Emily, Laser Princess, Pink Raccoon, Halloween, still absolutely isolated and really hoping I don't wake up again tomorrow. Um, don't remember this episode. Season 3, Episode 7, Revelations. I already mentioned several times how Buffy and Christianity is a weird admixture, and it very much is. Starting with Willow and Xander. And I wrote, and I can't believe I wrote this because just the way I am, I wrote Barfalicious. Yes, Barfalicious. Buffy Faith, Hubba Hubba. That would be a hot coupling. Did I just say coupling? Oh my god. Oh, Gwendolyn Post. Forgot about her. Another who deserves a bad end, except this one gets hers. I don't like snotty people. Oh, I wrote snooty. Snotty, snooty. Same difference to me. Yeah. Should be a guillotine on every block, and anyone who's a bougie piece of shit should have to go into it. Once we get rid of the billionaires first. We got to get rid of the billionaires. That's the big thing. If we get rid of the billionaires, put their assets to work for the people, maybe some of the bougie people will get it and they'll stop being bougie assholes. I don't have a lot of faith in that, but there may be some. Really don't like the Watchers as a whole. I mean, their whole thing is they're a bunch of wussy hedge wizards who seek to empower and control one girl at a time. And I wrote Trey Mall because I love Franglais. Angel, Buffy, Tai Chi. Interesting? Not particularly. Boy, that was a fad for honkies for a while, wasn't it? Tai Chi. Tai Chi, Chai Tea, Namaste, don't call me honky. I'm such a honky. Oh my god. Faith is incapable of human feelings, methinks. Yeah, pretty much. She definitely has a sociopathic element to her. Boy, did she get her ass kicked. I forgot. Oh yeah. That thing's looking for the glove. He loves his power glove. LOL. I I still don't know what it was. There was a video that I saw at one point about something to do with video game movies, and someone was talking about some movie, and there was a guy, and he's like, "I love my power glove." Too fucking stupid. Um, Only 1 in 1,000 would get that the Dennis Miller ratio. Oh. Dun, 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 dun. Post lady is tiresome. Also, a Gwendolyn. I was gonna say, was she named Emily Post? Because that would have been funnier than Gwendolyn. Everyone's house in Sunnydale are so spacious. And it's true. Even like when they show briefly like Xander's family's house, like that place is a lot bigger than it should be given how poor he is generally presented as having been even before he became even before he graduated, when he was in school and stuff, you know. um Buffy does lie to the Scoobies a lot. Yeah, And that's a thing throughout the entire series. It very much is just a critique in general of series and things, especially from this time period. But even in sitcoms, it continues to this day, where it's like 1 second of honesty would make literally everything going on in the episode better. And yet, the whole idea of being honest with people is just a foreign concept. And I think that does play into a lot to my isolation, that when you are honest with people, they're not going to want to hang out with you. And I'm not saying that to get a bunch of fucking Nazi pieces of shit to come in here and say, I'm being honest, you're ugly. I know I'm ugly, okay? That's not the kind of honesty I'm talking about. I'm talking about real honesty, not cruelty. Damn, Giles, dress down the Slayer. Brutality. That's a Mortal Kombat thing, right? Spartans, people love those guys. Never got it really, except the women were mostly lesbians and they only fucked guys to reproduce because the men were more interested in each other, which sounds better than heteronormative crap. Yeah, if you could like do that, have the women who are into guys as breeders, and just have the society be predicated around lesbians, and everyone else could be just like, kept for that specific purpose. And like guys who you don't want for breeding purposes can be like kind of pushed aside. Not. I had a dream once where the West Coast got like a big energy barrier around it, and all the men felt compelled to leave, and the West Coast turned into a paradise. And lesbians were basically all that was left, because most of they were in the dream. What I was told was their poobas, which I think came from a Quentin Tarantino reference, but I don't remember 100%. And those are the women that actually like men, but it ended up being like it was like a very small percentage of the female population that really liked men, not just tolerated them because they like certain aspects of their anatomy or whatever. Anyway, Willow, why dost thou like boys for now? Yucko. Post Lady is another one that feels way too obvious to get away with her nonsense. Also, she has only one move. Wait for the turned back and I don't know what this means. BFT period DULIGIN. BFT Dulgin. I don't know. My point was she just waits for people to turn their back and hits them in the head. And it's not a very good move. Slayer versus Slayer. And their hair even has the color, has the dark light motif. Yeah. That big ugly metal mitt, so not worth being stuck with it for life. I mean, Call Lightning isn't even a high level spell, right? Yeah. Level 3. Faith gets suckered by evil people a lot. She does, doesn't she? She's real dumb. Also needs to get away from the woe is me crap. Almost looks like Buffy is starting to get it right at the end. Does she? I don't know. And I am not prepared to try and define that in 3 seconds.